Hey guys, it's Panthers fan back with another video. I'm going to predict the rest of the NFL for this week 7. And if I can look to the sides, because that's where I have the schedule up. So just don't mind that, and I'm going to predict. All right, let's start. 1 o'clock, we have the Raiders versus the Packers in Green Bay. I'm going to pick the Packers because they have Aaron Rodgers and they've been playing good this season. And they're at home, so I think they'll beat the Raiders, even though they've been playing good as well. All right, next game. The Rams at the Falcons. The Rams have lost a few in a row, so I think this is going to be their bounce-back game against the Falcons because Falcons are 1-5, and I don't think the Falcons can beat them, even though they're at home. So I just think the Rams are going to win that one. All right, next 1 o'clock game. We have the 49ers at the Redskins. The 49ers are 5-0, and the Redskins are 1-5. I don't think this is where the 49ers are going to become 5-1. I think they're going to stay undefeated and beat the Redskins in Washington. And the Redskins have barely beat the Dolphins, and they would have lost. The Dolphins actually tried, but they wanted to make sure they got to us, so they lost on purpose. So I think that they're going to win the 49ers for that game. And then at 1 o'clock, we also have the Texans at the Colts in Indianapolis. I think the Colts are going to win this one because the Colts have been doing pretty good this season with Jacoby Brissett, their backup quarterback, Brissett, and they beat the Chiefs, which is pretty good. So I think they can easily beat the Texans at home. So the next 1 o'clock game, we have the Vikings at the Lions. I think the Lions are going to win this one because they've beaten a lot of teams. They've only lost to the Packers and the Chiefs, which are really two good teams, and they barely lost to the Packers. So I think the Lions are going to win this one. They've been playing good this season. All right, next 1 o'clock, we got the Jaguars at the Bengals in Cincinnati. I think the Jaguars are going to win this one because the Bengals are 0-6, and I just don't think this is where they get a win because the Jaguars, even though they're not a great team, they're still a good enough team, I think, to beat a team that hasn't even gotten a win yet. So next 1 o'clock game, this is a big one. We got two rookie quarterbacks. The number 1 overall pick, Kyler Murray for the Cardinals, versus number 6 overall pick, Daniel Jones for the Giants. In New York, I think Daniel Jones is going to come out with this win for the Giants at home with that home crowd, and Kyler's just not going to be able to win it. It's going to be a close one, though. I think there's going to be a lot of scoring, but I think the Giants are going to win this one by a little bit. Now, the next 1 o'clock game, we got the Dolphins going to Buffalo to play the Bills. I think the Bills are going to win this one because they are just obviously the better team, and the Dolphins are obviously not too good. So it's pretty obvious why the Dolphins are going to lose this one. The Bills are going to win. All right. Now we're at the 4 o'clock games. We have the Chargers at the Titans. I'm going to say the Chargers get a win because they haven't won in a while, and even though they haven't won, they have a good team on paper. So I think they're going to be good enough this week to beat the Titans in Tennessee. And Phillip Rivers will have a good game with Keenan Allen there. So I think they're going to win this game. Next game we have at 4:30, the Ravens versus the Seahawks. I got to pick the Seahawks in this one because the home field advantage. They have one of the loudest crowds, and they have Russell Wilson. You got Chris Carson. You got a lot of good pieces there in Seattle. So I think they're going to win this one. But it's going to be a good one because the Ravens have been doing good too, and it'll be Earl Thomas. It'll be Earl Thomas's game against his former team, the Seahawks, which hopefully he wants to beat them, but I don't think they're going to be able to because they'll be able to shut down Lamar's rushing attack, and if they do that, well then Lamar's not as good when he's throwing the ball. So next game at 4:30, we got the Saints at the Bears. I think the Saints are going to pull out with this win because Teddy Bridgewater's playing good, and the Saints are just being a good team this year. The Bears, they have Mitch Trubisky hurt, so I don't know if they can win with their backup against them. All right, now to Sunday Night Football. we got the Eagles at the Cowboys. I'm going to pick the Eagles because even though they're in Dallas, I'm still going to pick them because the Cowboys lost to the Jets. And even though Sam Darnold had a good game, you still can't lose to the Jets. And the Eagles are just a really good team this year. So they have Carson Wentz still, so I think they're pretty good. You got Alshon Jeffrey. You got some good pieces. I know the Cowboys do too, but I just don't think Dak's really that good. I don't really believe in him that much. So let's go to Monday Night Football. New England Patriots traveling to New York to play the New York Jets. I got to pick the Pats in this one, even though I don't want them to stay undefeated. I got to pick them because even though the Jets won last week against the Cowboys, I think the Pats are a better team. Even though I don't like them, I still think they're a better team. And they're going to pull out the dub against the Jets on Monday Night Football. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.